You going first. When we do the videos, it's over here.
Dave, come on out. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Here, I'm Cuyahoga County Prosecutor Michael O'Malley. I'm joined here by Ohio Attorney General David Yost. As we all know, this is baseball season, and in this past week in Cleveland, we hosted the All-Star Game. With big venue and big sports events like that, when they are brought to our city, oftentimes criminal activity also comes with it. This past weekend, we, both the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office and the Attorney General's Office, instigated some criminal operations in an effort to combat crime within our county. Again, named after, in keeping with the appropriate season, we conducted Operation Triple Play as well as Operation Home Run. Briefly, on behalf of the Cuyahoga County's Operation Triple Play, it involved our Internet Crimes Against Children unit, but it was done with the assistance of some very, very important partners. First and foremost, I want to thank the Attorney General for being here today. He has been key in not just these operations, but in combating crime throughout our county. As we all know, he hosts the criminal lab in Richfield, which is so important in allowing us to solve crimes within our county. And I want to thank the Attorney General, not just for that, but also his continued role in assisting us with our Rape Kit Task Force. Also, I want to thank some very important people from this past weekend who also assisted us, starting out with the City of Newburgh Heights, Mayor Trevor Elkins, as well as Police Chief Majoy. They're going to be up in a minute. But before we get into the details of Operation Triple Play, I want to let the Attorney General talk about Operation Home Run.
Thank you, Mr. Prosecutor. And I want to reiterate the importance of the partnership between the State Attorney General's office, state, and the local law enforcement, from the chiefs of police to the sheriff's office, and especially our county prosecutors. They are on the front lines. They're the ones that do the work. We support them. One of the lesser-known parts of the Ohio Attorney General's office is the Ohio Organized Crime Task Force Commission. And with me today, hulking over there, probably doesn't want his face on TV, is Rocky Nelson, who's the director of the task force, which participated and actually designed one of the two operations, Operation Home Run. It targeted human trafficking of adults, whereas Operation Triple Play was focused on minors. I'm going to bring up Columbus Police Sergeant Rapp in just a moment to talk about the details of the 21 arrests. Very proud of the work that they did. But I want to pause for just a moment to talk about why this is important, because he's going to tell you that she is under duress, whether she's being coerced, whether she is chained in drug addiction and forced by that addiction or by the threat of force to engage in these activities. And because you have no way of knowing that, you're taking a substantial risk every single time any man walks in, or a woman, but anytime a predator walks in, it's usually men, to buy sex, they may be complicit in that trafficking. These folks, the only difference with Jeffrey Epstein is somebody that's in the news. Same thing. The only difference is a matter of degree. This is serious stuff, and it's why we're here today. So with that, to talk about Operation Home Run, I'd like to bring to the podium Officer Sergeant Rapp, who is behind me. And then we'll come back to Operation Triple Play with the County Prosecutor.
Greetings, all. I'm Sergeant Mark Rapp. I'm with Columbus Division of Police. I'm also the Task Force Director of the Central Ohio Human Trafficking Task Force. We conducted Operation Home Run here in Cuyahoga County through the Ohio Attorney General's Office in cooperation with many other law enforcement agencies. I'd like to personally thank Chief Kilbane of the Independence Police Department for their warm welcome and courtesy during this operation. They hosted it for us. Their staff was outstanding, and Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost and his commitment and leadership to this particular issue. Operation Home Run was focused on John stings, which is basically the buyer's side of human trafficking. A lot of people ignore this part of the human trafficking. You always have a victim and you always have traffickers, but you also always have that buyer willing to fund human trafficking by funneling money into the buying of commercial sex. So that's what we focused our efforts on this time. We made 21 arrests of men that were from mostly the Cleveland area, but there were several from outside the Cleveland area. They were all charged with soliciting a prostitution charge, which is a misdemeanor of third degree in the state of Ohio. 21 arrests in 2 days is a lot. Since the removal of Backpage, now the ads are spread out to multiple commercial sex sites out on the internet. So it's much harder to focus down your arrests. We were still successful in getting 21 arrests out of this, and we're very proud of our team and the efforts that we had on that. And thank you very much.
Okay. Now, Operation Triple Play. Operation Triple Play was stationed out of a home in Newburgh Heights, Ohio, where chatters from our Internet Crimes Against Children's Task Force were on the internet speaking to individuals who were seeking out sex with minors. Between the dates of July 6 and 9, 28 individuals were arrested between the ages of 67 and 20. As you can see, the individuals from the board there. Again, 28 individuals arrested. It's critical for children within our community to be able to use the internet without being lured into highly illegal and inappropriate relationships with sexual predators who are on the prowl on the internet. And again, it is the work of the Ohio ICAC. Their job is to stop these individuals and to make arrests. I want to thank in particular those who assisted us in Operation Triple Play. Again, the Newburgh Heights Police Department. The operation was stationed in Newburgh Heights. And again, I want to thank Chief Majoy, Mayor Elkins for their hospitality and their assistance. The Department of Homeland Security. Again, the Office of Attorney General David Yost and his Bureau of Criminal Investigation, BCI. The U.S. Secret Service, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the U.S. Department of Justice, the Ohio Adult Parole Authority, Mahoning County Sheriff's Office, Austin Township Police Department, Cortland Police Department, the Kent Police Department, the Solon Police Department, the Streetsboro Police Department, as well as the Worcester Police Department. Again, the amount of the agencies that assisted us is an indication of the area in which this operation encompassed, as we had people from as far west as Lorain and as far east as the Youngstown area coming to the Cleveland area to try to engage in inappropriate behavior with children. Again, this operation took place in Newburgh Heights. Again, a big thank you to Mayor Trevor Elkins and Chief Majoy. Chief, you have? Thank you, Chief, for your assistance. Again, 28 individuals have been arrested. Let me also introduce Jorge Dolce he's the acting Deputy Special Agent in charge of Homeland Security Investigations. George, thank you for your assistance.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Once again, my name is Jorge Dolce. I'm the acting Deputy Special Agent in charge for Homeland Security covering Michigan and Ohio. I'm proud to be here today with our partners from around the state who are aggressively engaged in the fight against child predators. The sexual abuse and exploitation of children over the internet is an epidemic. We often talk about the opioid epidemic, but I think there's equally an epidemic of child exploitation, and that's very concerning. Far too many children are abused by sexual predators, then repeatedly re-abused through the online exchange of videos and photographs of their exploitation. While we arrested 28 defendants suspected of engaging in child exploitation, we have to be both proactive and reactive with our law enforcement efforts. Operation Triple Play is the best example of proactive. Number of abusers too large and elusive. Again, in the law enforcement community, we will do our part, but we cannot do it alone. We urge parents, young people to arm themselves with the resources and information to aid us in this fight. Thank you.
Chief Majoy from Newburgh Heights for a few words.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to begin by thanking behind me Mayor Trevor Elkins and the Village Council of Newburgh Heights. When we were approached by the ICAC team about this operation, I immediately went to Mayor Elkins, and without hesitation, without second thought, without let me check, it was an instant yes that we would of 28 individuals. I want to mention was impactful, but in order to sustain this level of protection for our children, we need your help. The innocence of children is preyed upon often, and as we know, can bring about tragic results. That said, let this be a reminder to all parents. Monitor your child's activity and educate them about the dangers they face as children today. Thank you.
Last, I'm going to bring up Carl Sullivan. Carl is head of our ICAC unit. He's in charge of the criminal prosecutions for the ICAC unit to describe a little bit about what occurred.
Good afternoon. As Mr. O'Malley stated, what our investigators do is basically create profiles and pose as younger 13 to 15-year-old, either boys or girls, and they go on social media sites, and these individuals will reach out to them and try to engage in sexual conduct with them. And that's where we had the house kind of set up, where we would have these people come to the house, and instead of having sex with what they thought was the 13 through 15-year-old girl, our investigators were there to arrest them. All 28 were arrested. They were all charged with attempted unlawful sexual conduct with a minor, importuning, and possessing criminal tools.
in town for the Major League Baseball weekend and decided to go try to buy some sites?
We had a few people from outside. We had a few people from outside the immediate area. I'm not aware whether we have anybody from out of state, which I gathered was your question. We can ascertain that and get to you about it.
You talked a lot about parents being aware. What is it the parents can look for to make sure their children are not falling victim to, as you call it, these predators that are preying? What kind of signs?
I think we'll let our commander of the ICAC talk about that.
You know, one of the things that parents have to look for is different sort of applications that are on a child's phone, okay? The applications that maybe the parents don't know that the kids are using, sexual predators are using those too. I mean, even certain apps not involved in this operation, but like Musical.ly or Lively, where kids are recording themselves singing, individuals can reach out to them that they've never seen or met before and try to have a conversation and meet up with them. So parents just have to be vigilant in what their kids are doing, what their kids are using, and who their friends are. I mean, if your child's 12 or 13 years old, they shouldn't have 1,000 friends, you know, on Instagram. So it's something the parents have to start at home with.
When it comes to parents, how difficult is it for you to impact on them that we're not talking about somebody who jumped out of the bushes with a trench coat on? These are people who talk very personally to them on a regular basis, groom them, if you will, and then prey on them. A lot of parents think, not my child, but we can see everybody.
Here you hit it right on the head. Again, these individuals are masquerading as their friends, somebody who wants to get acquainted with them. As you indicate, they're grooming them through multiple conversations. This isn't one conversation and will be over. This is over days and then sometimes weeks, sometimes months. So again, parents have to remain vigilant. These individuals are out there preying upon these vulnerable youth, and it's critical that parents stay on top, have these discussions with their children, and come to the realization with their children that there's a lot of bad people out there that want to do bad to you. Yep.
We're here today talking about parents, obviously, and predators. But here is the thing, that the people that are seduced into these arrangements, the young people who are the victims, usually begin, they are recruited at 13, 14, 15 years old. When we see them at 18, 19, 20, they already have a long history behind it. And here's the thing, when they're groomed, things change. The rhythm of their schedule changes, their attention changes, and somebody sees something. So I have a message not just for the parents, but for the high schoolers out there, even the middle schoolers. They're the ones that are seeing them food, or hanging out with them, or that they're talking on the phone, or that they've changed the pattern of when they come and when they go. The high schoolers need to know what's going on around them, and they need to speak up. Very likely,
Hello? We are? Okay, I'll mute. Alright, and call. What's your number, man? 440-812-3731. 3731. That's right, because George is on the same tel. Okay, you have to answer. Hello? Alright. Calls. As soon as they merge here. Yep, you should hear it. Or whatever. Just when they talk to you, that's all you're going to hear. Okay, that's it. Alright, let me plug in.
I do need to mute it though, right?
Yes. Oh, you'll hear yourself.
and with a number. Texts happen, and without getting into too many operational details, a meeting was eventually arranged at a hotel room, and when the person, the wanted to buy sex. It turned out that right behind them there were a couple of police officers who were going to greet them. And then after that, they greeted them some more.
Good night. One final shout out to the, our Ohio ICAC, which is based out of the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office. While this may have been an operation over the All-Star Game weekend, they are out there 356 days a year, monitoring what goes on the internet, trying to keep tabs on predators. And I just want to thank my unit, Dave Fratteri, who's in charge of the investigative aspect, as well as Carl Sullivan for the great work they do, 52 weeks a year, 356 days. Again, thank you. What's that?
As long as we're extending thanks, I had neglected to thank our important partner in the county prosecutor's office, Michael O'Malley. We couldn't have pulled this off without him, and in so many instances for OCIC operations that happen here on the North Coast, he's an integral part of everything that's going on. And sir, thank you for your leadership.
Thank you, Attorney General. We're going to show you some video from one of the takedowns. Justin, you want to narrate it?
I'm going to let Carl do that.
Carl, you better get some mic.
All right, so the individuals would come to the house. This was the front of the house that we had, and this particular individual had chatted with what he thought was a minor. He came running into the house and then ran away. So these individuals, I mean, this is what they thought. They thought they were going to have sex with kids when they came into this house, and luckily it was Homeland Security there and not, a child in the community.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You know their arraignment.
Their pictures are all here now. They were all the child, and they